This is Danielle Serpico and my final attempt today at a Facebook Live, as I'm having awful problems with the internet and figuring out how to work my new phone and also how to invite people in to live Facebook. But I think we might be getting there. So if you have not met me as yet and you don't know what I do, I'm a mind coach, a hypnotist, an NLP master practitioner and trainer, and author of the Blackbelt Mastermind book. And the reason I'm here today is because I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how easy it is, in fact, to change your mind, and how easy it is once you know how to use the tools that your mind has in store for you. Hi Owen, hi Jerry. Okay, we're going to give it another go. Okay, I'm going to attempt this time to bring some people in, as I did a Facebook Live and I couldn't bring some people in, and we're going to have another go, and because I wanted to explain to you how easy it is once you have the tools and the know-how, how easy it is to actually change your mind, because remember that you are inviting him right now. Let's hope that this works. Oh, yeah. It worked! Yay!
Yay! It works.
It works on the phone.
It works on the phone, yeah. Is that
Very
better?
good.
Hey, now you
No,
can see me.
it's sideways for me, but I don't know what you want.
Now, there you go. That better.
So that's great. So Alan Hennesy is the founder of Kompass Media, a wonderful company that will help you with all your social media needs and also teach you lots about social media and marketing and promotion. And he's a bit of a messer, like me. Okay, you know, it's kind of like he likes to do it even when no one's around, and even when no one's watching, or when he thinks no one's watching. He tends to have a little bit of a mess. Isn't that right? And he tends to
yes.
But you know, that was great, because that actually showed me how well you actually really took in the information that I relayed to you on the NLP course, and how it really worked. Because I was following him. He didn't realize his camera was on earlier today, and I was watching it, and he was singing and talking to himself and very happy and jolly in his little office. So it really does work. He's not making this up, guys. He's actually really happy. So tell us what happened, Alan.
What happened? Changed my life. Changed my life. That's all I'm going to say. So see, I'm going. No, I'm only joking. NLP. Yeah, I done the NLP course with you back in March, and it changed everything. Yeah, it changed everything.
Tell us how exactly.
I look at things in a totally different perspective, because all I done was, well, through your teaching, was literally to change my focus and change the way I look at things, the way I understand things, and be able to communicate better and be able to understand people. I had a conversation with a lady last night who she was talking about, oh, she'd hit a brick wall and she couldn't get any further. Now, if that had been me 6 or 7 months ago, I would have said, oh yeah, I know how you feel. Last night I went, that brick wall is in your head. It's nobody else's head. It's what you're thinking. But what I'm trying to say there is because of what I'd done with the NLP training, that I was able to see that, and I was able to more or less, and I suppose in a sense it's being able to read her mind, because I knew exactly what she was thinking, and I knew exactly where it was coming from. But as I said to her, I says, look, you need to, you know, why it's you think it's a brick wall in front of you, but it's actually not. It's you who's doing it, and it's you who's actually making yourself stop. So until such time as you change your mind and change the way you think. And you spoke earlier on about words and the way words can affect what you say and how you do it.
Yeah.
I don't want to give anything away, but there was one particular thing that sort of resonated with me, and it sort of stuck with me over the last couple of months is when you wake up, when you were talking about when you wake up in the morning, that, you know, you always say to yourself, oh, I'm feeling so tired and whatever. If you think that way, yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, if you think that way when you wake up in the morning, and you're going to be tired for the rest of the day, because you're basically, what you're doing is you're actually telling your brain to be tired, 100%. Right? So now when I get up in the morning, I never say that. I actually say, looking forward to today, and I bounce out of the bed. Now I'm like, all right, I'm very happy, I'm very lucky. I can go on about 4 or 5 hours sleep, which is good. But at the same token, I'm still able to do that. But I now think that way in everything I do. I done a talk last night, and I literally, the girl introduced me, and I walked straight up on stage. I didn't even think about it because I knew what I was doing. I had the purpose. I'd foreseen it in what I was going to do when I was
So
going to
that's,
come off stage, that people were going to talk to me.
but
But
isn't that
I would have
amazing?
never,
Yeah,
but I would have,
because
yeah,
public speaking is the number one fear in the world, so they say, right?
mm,
And so many people come to me and they say they're afraid of public speaking. And maybe 5 or 6 months ago, you might have been a bit more apprehensive, right?
yeah,
About
yeah, exactly.
standing in front of a crowd of people. But what did you do? Give us a clue as to what, maybe don't tell the whole process, but give a clue as to what you did to go from feeling, maybe nervous, confidently and happily in it, and feeling excited to get up and speak to people.
Very simple process. I thought of what it was after it was going to happen. So I
Yeah.
thought of the outcome. I didn't think of me standing up there and me fluffing my words or me doing it. I know what I was talking about. I was confident. I know what I was talking about. But it's the fear of standing in front of someone and saying, "Oh, make me." So what I didn't do is I didn't concentrate on that. I concentrated on when I came off stage that people would be shaking my hand or they would have been talking to me and how I would feel at that point. And from doing that, I was then able to be more confident because I hadn't got that worried. So I turned the fear into excitement,
Yeah.
and that's
And
the and that's a key.
that's the key,
You
and
know.
that's a very big clue as to what to do, and great advice as to what to do. If you have something that you're nervous of or apprehensive about, think about it. As I said earlier in the previous Facebook Live, think about what you're doing inside your head. Think about why you feel nervous. You feel nervous, you feel apprehensive because you've actually created a story, as I said. So if you simply change the story as Alan did and create a good ending, so he imagines the end result like he did, okay, of feeling really good after the event, knowing it went really well, what's the outcome going to be? Okay, it's going to be
Mm,
that he felt excited and motivated because he's looking forward and anticipating the event with excitement rather than apprehension. It's really, really straightforward.
yeah,
Isn't that
and
right?
it is, and like I have found phenomenal changes, and not just in like public speaking, in even things that are around me, like when I'm walking down the street, I'm
Yeah,
seeing more. I'm
yeah.
feeling more. Even when I'm talking to people, I'm no longer surrounding myself with negativity. There's no I don't do negativity anymore. I do positivity, and
And
I
tell
take
us,
the positive out of everything.
yeah, and give us maybe some little example of how you have used it, of something that you've used from what you've learned from the NLP course, for example, and how you've used your communication differently, or your relation, talking to people differently, and how you've had a different outcome.
I now look and I watch I watch their body language, and I see what it is that I can see a lot more body language because I'm aware of it, whereas
I
before I
remember
wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, I remember, I can't remember what day it was, day 4 or day 3 or day 4 or something, and you came in and you were bounding in and you were saying, oh my God, wait till I tell you. And you were so excited because you'd been watching something and you could see, I
Yes,
could see it all. I could see it all, how that person was behaving. And, it's like reading their minds because you
yeah,
could tell from their body language and their eye cues and what they were doing. And
yeah. It was like they were. It was actually I think it was Keith Barry. I think it was Keith Barry who was on. He was on the. I think it was one of the 6 o'clock shows, but he was
you
doing
think
the trick.
he can read our minds or we can read his mind, right?
Yeah, yeah, and he was doing a trick, and he kept doing all different things that you had taught us and you had shown us, and I'm going, oh my God! Now I would have never copied before, but I could see exactly the way he was leading the guys, the way he was, what he was saying to them, how he was saying, and it literally opened my eyes. But I now, even to an extent, I would do that with a lot of people myself, because I know what I want them to know, and I know it. And it's not manipulation of anybody of any shape or size, like, because I don't think that's possible. But what I
Well,
do think is it's a case of you can guide people to
yeah,
an outcome.
absolutely. You can guide people, and I would disagree with you on a point that I think it is manipulation.
Mm,
Okay, but I believe manipulation is phenomenal. I manipulate as many people as I possibly can.
mm,
Okay, every time I meet them, and often they don't even know that I'm manipulating them. But manipulation is not necessarily a bad word. Manipulation just
yeah,
simply means it comes from the Latin, comes from the Italian word, and it simply means to change something, to manipulate its state. Okay, so I will manipulate everybody I meet because that's what I do. That's my job and that's my passion.
mm,
Okay,
mm,
I want to help you to feel better. Okay, I want to help you have a better outcome. So manipulation, a lot of people say, oh, but that's manipulation, and they think of NLP as a bad thing. That's only if your intent is to be bad.
yeah, exactly. Well, I would agree with you on that point. But
When
I
you're
know, like,
teaching people about social media, you're manipulating them.
mm,
You're
mm, mm,
manipulating them. But isn't that phenomenal that you can manipulate them so that they can use social media more
yeah,
effectively, you know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
are comfortable using it and have better outcome?
Yeah, and our communication skills have gone up tenfold. Like we on the day we on the week we done some fantastic stuff. Now, obviously, I'm not going to say, but I just want to show you before I go any further. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I think everyone should see this. I don't know. I'm sure I'm allowed to show them the picture
Oh yeah,
that's
give
on
them the
my wall.
picture. Give them the
So
picture.
on my wall, what we done is there was a particular exercise where we had to talk about, we had to tell what other people thought of us, and they had to write it down and whatever. And everyone got their own sort of like I wouldn't call it. It's sort of a feel good poster. It would be in a sense, but
Most
to
most
keep
most of the students have it on their wall, I'd imagine.
yeah, to keep me focused, I have on my wall. You may or you may not be able to see it, but that is my board. Now there's a few things on it. I'm not going to read through them because of things, but above it is, look, what I call the masterpiece. It is it's my certificate. But what I will
Yeah.
say is I read that, like, I can give you, like, I am a kind and friendly listener that loves to inspire others and make them laugh. Someone said that about me. Funny and multi-skilled. Entrepreneur, exploring ways to add meaning to others. These are all things that were all said about me, which, you know, if it had been a year ago, I would have said, no, don't be saying things like that. But when someone says it to you and someone writes it down, or even when you write it down, when you
It's
start getting your
powerful.
thoughts, it goes in and it
Very
stays
powerful.
in there,
Very powerful. So,
and it
so,
is
so,
extremely powerful.
if any of you got any questions for Alan, if you'd like to know more about NLP or just simply how to change your mind, do you have any questions for myself or Alan, of what you would experience either on the NLP course or just in general? Okay, if you want to know how to feel better, maybe you want to take advantage and sabotage my Facebook Live and ask Alan about social media.
No, yeah. No. I think this is all for the benefit of people out there who want to. I think, like, I've said it, and I've when I talk to people, I tell them, look, you have to do this. You have to go and you have to experience this because it is life changing. It really, and I'm not just saying it's life changing as in, oh, look at this and whatever. It does. It's changes your life for the good, and not airy fairy, change life changes. It changes the way you think and the way you understand
Yeah.
what it is, what's around you,
Can I
what you
explain?
do, how you do.
Yeah, and on a practical level, can I explain like the changes? I mean, obviously, Alan Hennessy is a phenomenal guy. Okay, and he's obviously very active and he's a busy man already with his businesses. But there was a shift. There was a huge shift from when he started on the first day of the NLP course to the final day in the NLP course, and it's only grown because that's what actually happens. I've often used the analogy of a train and a steam train, of how a steam train at the start, when they first invented the first steam train, they didn't believe that it would actually work. They filled up the coal and they filled it up and they filled it up and they tried to crank it up, and slowly, the the engine started to power up, and it built up all that energy within, right? And it started to go. And then once it started to creak and the wheels started to move, it started to creak and go faster and faster and faster and faster. And there's a little story about a man that was watching and saying, you know, that train is never going to take off. And then when it started to go down the track and it was booming down the track, it was saying, that train is never going to stop. And that's Alan Hennessy now, because he created momentum. It's like a domino effect, because everything, it's like your neural pathways are growing stronger every day. Okay, because I talk about this all the time, neuroplasticity. What you've done is every time that you talk about it, every time that you take action, every time that you now look in a more positive direction, every time that you use your words more wisely, every time that you reinforce those patterns, you're reinforcing those neural pathways. That's going to reinforce. And how you reinforce, take more action. Okay, so obviously more and more your life is steering in a new direction, more and more, and it increases. So when I see Alan Hennessy, he's like the Energizer Bunny. He's just like, his batteries are just, he's just on overload. He never stops. And people say that about me. People say to me, where do you get your energy from? And you're proof of it. You were on my NLP course. You can vouch for it. Okay, I'm straight. Don't I? 7 days straight, no stop, and I don't sit down and going and going and going and going and going.
Yeah.
You're exhausted, but I'm still going.
Yeah, the first day I was like, yeah, okay, I can handle it. Second day I was going, oh, holy God. But there is a shift. There is a shift. And you become that person, because you just get so engrossed and so entrenched in what you're doing and in what you're learning, and you soak up more. You want so much more of it. You just keep going away. And the other thing that I would say is like, we started on the course and there was Gigi, there was Eureka, there was there was Jane, there was who else would we have? Look, all the people that were on the course, Danielle,
I was there.
all these people were on this course. And on the first day we were all sort of, hiya, how's it going? By the 7th day, we were lifelong friends, and we will be, because for the simple reason, what we went through and what we done in the course, it just made us all so I don't know, so close. So it really does. But I've noticed even, like, you know, you sort of say, you might say, oh, I'll do the course and that'll be great and I'll have it, and it's in the back burner. It's like you have your degree, or you do your, like I done my degree and I have it there in this piece of paper, it's on my wall. The difference with the NLP course is you never stop learning. You never, because you keep discovering stuff that's in front, that's happening to you today. So something that I learned back in March is literally, it's still coming. It's still coming. I still, each day I go, you know.
And I just want to elaborate on that point, because a lot of people come on the NLP course or have done an NLP course previously, and what they do is they tend to want to take notes. They tend to want to learn it by rote. They want to learn it by the way that they've learned the schooling system or the educational system, or the way that they're used to taking in information. Okay, but NLP is not about taking in information, as I've already said in many previous times. It's about an experience. It's about experiencing it, and I believe that's why. I mean, I'm very kinesthetic. Okay, which means, in NLP terms, that means I very much work through my feelings. That's my main mode of communication. So when I'm talking, I'll say things like, I feel such a way, you know, or, you know, I'll use a kind of a very much a feeling language, okay? And I believe one of the reasons why it worked so powerfully for me on the NLP course, because Richard Bandler, you know, he doesn't like you taking notes. He'll tell you not to take notes, and he'll embarrass you if you're taking notes, okay? He'll tell you to stop, okay? Because if you're taking notes, you're distracting yourself. You're not paying attention to what he's doing. You're not focusing on him. So you can't be hypnotized, because you're actually leaning down and writing down something on paper. So you're detached. You're removing yourself from the actual experience. You're not present in the moment. Okay. So NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, is about you being programmed. Okay. And it sounds a bit scary, but it's about change happening from within. So sometimes people rebel, and they tend to kind of like fight it a little bit at the start, and that's your conscious mind, the 7%, the critical mind, that's going, oh no, but I need to write it down because I won't understand everything, I won't learn everything, okay, I won't remember everything, okay, and that's what happens. And if you go on a pen pusher NLP course, that's what will happen. If you go on a course that will be 1 day a week or 1 day a month, or over a series of weekends, that's what's going to happen. You're going to write the information down, then you're going to go home supposedly to study it, okay, and then what happens is 6 months later you say, oh yeah, I did an NLP course once, but I can't remember anything about it, okay. But the other way around is if you learn it from the inside out, if you experience it first without fully necessarily understanding it, okay, but if you're experiencing it and you're allowing the trainer, like I did to Richard Bandler, I just allowed him, I just there, come on, do it to me. And I went with the whole process, and I loved every single moment of it, and it transformed my life. Okay, if you allow me to do that on you, like Alan did. Alan was a great student because he was very open and very receptive. He wasn't trying to push against it too much. He wasn't controlled by his conscious mind too much. Okay, because he didn't have any preconceptions. Yeah, he didn't have too many preconceptions. He hadn't done an NLP course before. He hadn't read an NLP book. He hadn't studied it, so he knew it and was trying to dissect it. He just went with it and experienced it. So it all just flowed, and he allowed it all to just happen easily. So it didn't take too much work for me to go from to break through, to get my foot in the door from his conscious mind into his unconscious mind. So I was able to influence him so that it's in. And that is why what he's saying is really, really works. It's great evidence, because what happens is, it's coming out. As I've always said, I mean, even for myself, for my first NLP course, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago, it's just every day I remember more. It works the opposite way. It's not like you start to forget. It's every day you start to build on it and work more, because you're reinforcing those neural pathways, and everything's inside. Remember, because you've got a photogenic memory. So when the time is right and the information is needed, if you're doing it with the right intent, and if you're doing it with the right approach, and you're feeling it and experiencing it, then the information will come out when the time is right. That's why I like to do a lot of my radio shows, a lot of my coaching very intuitively, because I know that the information that is right for that person will come out.
Yeah, totally agree.
So Alan Hennesy is a great example of that, because every day I can see him growing and getting stronger. He's a star student. Say a little hello to Woods and Cammy. Cammy's a great NLPist, great hypnotist. Hi, Cammy. And we've got Tracy Jane. Okay, Tracy has done the boot camp with myself, and the next boot camp is on the 16th of September in Dublin, and it's a transformational day. And I know that at my last talk, Tracy very kindly, actually, I didn't ask her to, but she very kindly volunteered a few words. What's that beeping? Is that me or you?
Probably me.
That's okay. And she was explaining also how even just the 1 day boot camp had a very, very dramatic effect on her life, and how she was able to embrace success again. Isn't that right, Tracy? And go after her dream, because she had a little fear of that due to a setback and an association with it. And it simply took a shift of mindset for her to realize that she was able to go for it. Isn't that right, Tracy? Put a little comment below and let us know. But any last words, Alan?
No, just to say that, look, if you haven't thought about this, or you're thinking about doing this, don't think, do it, right? And look, as Danielle had says, like, if you have any questions, or because Danielle obviously knows it inside and out and upside and down, and and she is who she is, and you can't knock what she does, because her energy and her focus is just so wants the best for everyone who's on the courses. And really, that's what you do get. You get 110%. But if you do have any questions and you want to hear someone that's done the course, don't hesitate. You can get in contact with me. I'm here. You'll get me on Facebook, or you'll get me on Twitter. If you want, you can give me a call. Just leave a message in the comments here, and I'll send you on my number or whatever. But and if you want to have a chat about it, you know what I mean? If you want to ask any questions about it.
Well, thrown in.
Oh yeah, well look, and I do social media training and social media management and stuff like that. But more to the point here is I'm not here to promote what I do. I'm here to say, look, guys, it really is. It's fantastic. It's well worth taking the time out just to actually do it. just to sit back and just say, right, okay, immerse yourself in it. And the way you have to look at it and the way you have to do it is if you are going to do this, don't say, oh, I'll do it. Go in and say, let it inside you. Do it. Actually
That's
go and
great.
do it. And literally and get to it. You know what I mean? And go with it and do whatever it's asked of you, because it really does work. We were going out and getting free stuff, for God's sake, because we were able to do it. But there's so many
That's
other bits
true.
and pieces.
That's true. That's right. On the NLP course, part of it is every day. We won't give too much away, but you have to do certain little tasks. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
And we're going around Dublin City, and the poor unsuspecting victims, and they're trying out all the new skills and their influence and their persuasion and getting free stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. But look, as I said, look, I have to go because I'm shooting out now. I'm off outside. But no, look, as I said, anyone wants to have a chat, no problem. Give me a shout. I'm more than happy to spend a while talking to you. If you want, give me a buzz on the phone, and we can have a chat. And I wish everyone the best of success, and I wish everyone to go and do this. You know what I mean? Stop talking about it. Stop procrastinating. Just get up, get that action going, because that's what it's all about. All right? All righty. So listen, have a great evening. As I always say, all right.
All right, Alan. Bye, gorgeous. Bye.
Bye.
So that is Alan Hennessy. I have no idea to switch you off, so you'll have to figure it out. Oh, he's done it. Okay, so to you guys, if you are interested in joining me on the boot camp, Jerry Fortune is saying that the same for me. The boot camp changed everything to date. Thank you, Jerry. Jerry is an incredible lady, wonderful creative lady, and she has a wonderful business called Pebbles and Wax, and she is amazing at what she does. And I think the boot camp may just have enhanced it a little bit and brought out a little bit more just get up and go and confidence for her to go out and do it. But she is such a talent. So simply a change in mindset is all that you need to create the momentum. And as you can see with Alan, he is unstoppable. And yeah, watch his space with myself, because the momentum is building every day, and that's what it's about. We have so many talented people watching. We have Lizzie, another incredible hypnotist. She is amazing. Check out Lizzie. Watch his space. She's going to be big time. Absolutely. We've got Ben Moore. Hi, Ben. And another great guy. We have so many wonderful people on. So if you would like to find out more about the boot camp, it's on the 16th of September. It's a one-day transformational day. Or if you would like to do the NLP training, it starts also on the 16th of September. And on the first day, what you will do is, while I do all my hypnosis and NLP, stuff on everybody there, then we will dissect over the next few days, and you will find out exactly what happened and why people such as Jerry Fortune changed her mind so easily on day one. And you will find out all the little different tools that I used with conversational hypnosis, with my body language, with my movement, with my tone of voice, with the words that I use, with all these different things that I put into place, so that people like Jerry Fortune were able to change their mind, and maybe you can too. So we have Vanessa Mulhall. She's an incredible lady. I've been following her for some time. So lovely to have you, Vanessa. A wonderful lady. And yeah, so many people tuned in. But the boot camp is on the 16th of September. The NLP practitioner also starts on the 16th of September. You can find all the information at danielleserpico.com or on Eventbrite, or just Google Danielle Serpico, or the blackbeltmastermind.com. My site at the moment is just down, and they should be back up tomorrow. But if you have any questions here, I'd love you to post them. If you've if you'd like some help or advice, I'm always here also. Just a phone call away. I'm happy to take your call, or if you email me, I answer every single email. If you would like to have some advice or just find out how I changed my mind, because I went from feeling very down, okay, about 7 or 8 years ago, and feeling suicidal and feeling that I was worthless and not worth anything, to actually now feeling pretty much nearly invincible. There you go. There's a Freudian slip. So yeah, and how did I do that? I simply did it by using my mind more beneficially for me. Okay, and understanding how our minds work, and understanding what we're doing inside of here with our thoughts, with the pictures that we make, with the voices that we create inside our head, okay, and how you can use that to your advantage. So if you'd like to learn more, get in touch at danielleserpico.com. I would really, really genuinely love to hear from you. And if you are feeling lost or alone or stuck, please just give me a call or email me. I genuinely will reply. Okay, no strings attached. Just message me if you're feeling down. Reach out. Okay, because it really is good to talk, and it is good to surround yourself by somebody who wants to help you, who does care. And I do genuinely care because I've been there and I know how difficult it is. So today is a kind of an emotional day for me because I have somebody that I care a lot about. It's a kind of a particular date, an anniversary, and it makes me aware of how short life is, and how we've got to live every single moment as if it was our last, because as they say, someday we will be right. And we've got to appreciate the fact that we're here and make the most of it. So if you're wondering or kind of stuck and you're kind of thinking, will I, won't I, just do it. Okay, just go out there and do it, because it's nothing to lose. Okay, you know, just live this life, respect this life, respect it, because I think that's one of the things that I learned most from seeing people that I care about, or seeing people that other people care about leaving this little world, or this little world as we know it at this moment. And I think we have to respect the fact that we're still here. Okay, and we're given these bodies at this moment in time simply to connect, okay, simply to share our message, whatever way that is, okay, in many different forms, whether it's verbal, whether it's through creating something, whether it's simply by giving somebody a hug or saying hello. But we're here to connect with others. I believe that is really ultimately our purpose, and to learn from that, okay, and to share a bit of love, okay. And I like to do that by helping you understand how you are in control of your mind rather than the other way around. Okay, and I will help you find the tools to do that, because I've learned them myself from incredible other people who've learned it. So it's really, really simple. I'm just passing it on. Okay, I'm passing on the love. Okay, so let's pass on the love together. Okay, so, okay, I think I'll leave it at that. I'm rambling, getting emotional. So I'm rambling. So I'll say good night and goodbye for the moment. And so thank you, Vanessa, Jerry, everybody else, Ben, Cami, Lizzie, everyone who's watching. I love you so much. And remember, as I always say, in the kind time, okay, use your words wisely, guys. Keep dreaming big. Love you so much. Bye.